What's good, y'all? What's good, YouTube? Listen, I'm sitting here just watching TV, and I get an alert that Love is Blind new season 7 has started. And the reason I got an alert, I didn't get an alert from Netflix or a notification. I got a notification from YouTube because Jessie Wu put up her first review. And I was like, oh, I didn't realize it was back. Now, I've been on there because I've been so consumed with watching The Circle. I've been on Netflix watching that. But I didn't pay attention to the fact that Love is Blind is back. And this time they're in DC, right? Can I just say or ask, is this the season that Chelsea had a hand in selecting people for? Chelsea that married Kwame. I think she says his name wrong. I think it's pronounced Kwame. And she keeps saying Kwame. And he just never corrected her. Or nobody ever corrected Nick and Vanessa either. But I think his name is Kwame. But anywho, is this the season that she um had a hand in casting? I wonder because I am seeing like when I first turned it on, I saw like a little trailer bit, I guess. And then I seen a lot of black women, some who look a little bit racially ambiguous, and I saw some black men, right? I don't see any chocolatey black men's on here. But I do see melanated black women, just not the darker hue of black women. So that's a bit of a cause for concern so far. But I feel like the black women that are on here, we all following their stories. And let me take that darker hue back. Because Ashley, it's two Ashleys and it's two, what's the name? It's Nick. It's two Ashleys, it's two Nicks on here. Um, the one Ashley, she she is a more bit browner. Like she like my complexion. Might be yeah, I would give her she's probably like my complexion. But and she's so cute. Listen, I don't know all the names at this moment. But the moment I saw her, because it was like I was listening and not paying attention because I was moving around. But when I looked at the screen and actually saw her sitting down across from Tyler, I was like, I was in love instantly. I was in love with them as a couple, just from looks alone. And then when they started talking, and he talked about how he likes to cook and she's a foodie, I love them. I wanted to work so bad. I wanted to work. I want them to get married. I want them to be like Lauren. No, not like Lauren and Cam, but I want their marriage to last. Like the two marriages that lasted from first season. But I want them to go on and have like a beautiful, beautiful life together. I feel like they birth. They both deserve this. I want it so bad for them. Please don't let me down. Please. And I'm seeing that they casted some people that are like mid 30s as well on here, kind of like how they did over in the UK. But I still feel like the UK, the people in the UK, I don't know. I don't know if it's the people. I don't know if it's the way the show is being produced and edited. But I just feel like the American version be on that ish, on that bull ish, where the UK version seemed a wee bit more genuine. Except for the guy that looked like he was in Whoville. Except for him. The UK was good to me. Except for the guy that was in Whoville. I mean, looked like he was from Whoville. But on this cast, I feel like Leo gives me the personality type, like that guy that from the UK that looked like he was from Whoville. And this whole thing is a mess. So Leo is an art dealer, born with a silver spoon. And you say you want someone to love you for you, but you leading with, I was born with a silver spoon though. And the moment you said you was born with a silver spoon, one of your connections, which is Brittany, you can tell she didn't have the Botox treatments and all that. She an esthetician. So you can tell she been doing things to her face. And you can tell from her conversation in the confessionals that I think she want love, but her ultimate goal is to be provided for. She wants to be taken care of. She wants to be a kept woman. So when Leo mentions to her what his occupation is, what um what he looking for and stuff, it's like this was, I forget how many conversations in that they were. But they were sitting down and she immediately went into, like, I love the name Leo. No, it wasn't Leo. It was another name she said. And he was like, I don't like that name. She was like, oh, well, we don't have to do that name then. Like, how do you go from trying to get to know somebody and you sitting there and you going to just, like, once you find out that this man got money, here you all talking about what you going to name your kids. Because I know what it was. He mentioned that, yeah, I got money. I came from money, but I still like to work. I still like to do things and stuff like that. And I want to leave a legacy and want to leave money for my children, is what he said. And she immediately started talking about, before he said he was leaving the money to the children, she started talking about, like, how are you about paying bills? Like, are we going half and half? Because, I mean, my life is expensive. And he was like, I'm fine with, like, chipping in a little bit more. I'm a man. Which is okay. But she took that and then she started running down her monthly expenses about hair, nails, all those things like that. And I thought to myself, all right, Leo, you listening to her? Do you hear what she's telling you? She's telling you. She putting it all out there. She want money. I want money. Woo! Money. We want money. Ain't that what they was, that song that was on Just Another Girl on the RT? It was a song saying that money, when what you call them gave her the money to go to to get rid of her baby. Her and her friend went to the mall and was spending it. Spent the money. He sold his name was Ty. He sold his Jeep for you, Chantel. And you took his Jeep money and you went shopping. Alright, whoop, I'm back. Anywho, I was like, Leo, you don't see this? Or is that what you want? You want a trophy woman? Because to be honest, looking at Leo, if him and Brittany saw each other in real life, Brittany would not give him a second glance. Not unless she already knew that he had money. Okay? I don't see him as her type. And then she came on here with these tears and in one of their conversations. I'm like, girl, you so full of crap. But let me get back to this one conversation they was having. So once he said he wanted to leave money for the kids, she stopped talking about her monthly expenses and upkeep, maintenance, because she had maintenance. She started naming names for the kids. So it's like, yeah, boy, I'm going to get your money one way or the other. I'll marry you. I'll have your kids so I can be set for life. That's what it was given. And you played right into it. Because why would you even, like, I would never be on this show telling nobody if I got money. I wouldn't be like, mm-mm. And then you keep saying that's your insecurity. Your biggest insecurity is, do people like you for you, or they like you or want to be around you because of the fact that you got money? And yet you led with that. Why are you telling people this if this is your insecurity, sir? So he got a connection with her. He also has a connection with this young lady named Hannah. Hannah's insecurity is her weight. She's very pretty. To me, she's pretty. And the best thing about Hannah, though, is not her physical looks. Not to say that she don't look pretty or anything. But the most important thing to me personally is and this is something I've been telling my little cousin all her life. And now she 14. She act like she don't remember me saying it, because now her head is in the clouds, and all she care about is her looks at the moment. So she very, what's the word? What's the word that they not face value, shallow, shallow. But she's 14. But anywho, this is what I always told her. People used to always be like, stop me when I had her with me, and just be like, she is so pretty, she's so cute. And she got, this the thing, she got so much personality. My little cousin got so much personality. She has always been, me and her mother say she's been a character. Like, she just got a lot of personality. But, and that's the best thing. Like, you pretty, and I used to always tell her, yes, people gonna tell you pretty, because you are. You dress well, like, you are well taken care of. But the most important thing is to be a kind person, a gracious person, a smart person up here, you know? And I used to tell her that all the time. Now she act like she don't remember it. And that's how I feel about Hannah. Hannah got the looks, but Hannah personality is up there. That's why I say I would want Leo to want to be with her. So it's like Leo got a connection with Hannah and Brittany. And then Hannah got a connection with one of the Nicks and Leo. The Nick, Hannah and Nick, they nerd out with each other in the pods talking. They nerd out with each other and they kind of like get each other. But she goes back to the ladies' quarters and she tells the ladies that he just so smooth and so charming with his words. She don't know whether to believe that it's for real and if he just saying what's necessary to get her to like him. And she goes in there and she tells him that this one time, and as he's confessing or professing how much he really, really want to be with her, and it's her for him. She is number one. He ready to propose. Basically, it seemed like to me. And she kept pussyfooting around like, I don't believe you. I don't know if I should trust it. And it's because she leaning more towards Leo. And at this point, she also knows that Leo got money and he comes from money, right? And even though she said money ain't a big thing to her, but she knows that he got the money. But she already proved herself to have more to her than looks, like her personality and stuff. Like Leo loved her for her personality and everything too. But she breaks it off with Nick in this one conversation. Goes back and talks to the other women about it. And she immediately regrets breaking it off with him. And she feeling bad about it. And as she's sitting there feeling bad about that, Brittany comes out from a date with Leo and mentions his name. Like she all bubbly and happy about the date they just had. And she mentions his name, which lets Hannah know that we're both seeing the same man. And you happy about it. So then that's what made her actually start to regret it more instantly that she broke it off with Nick. So then we see that she goes and have another conversation with him and was like, don't leave, don't leave. We can still keep trying to work on it. And then she opens up and say, when you said this and that and so forth, it made me feel like you was harping or you was hyper focused on physical, and I don't want someone that's all about physical or whatever. He was just like, no, I'm sorry if I made you feel like that and stuff like that. And she kind of like lets him know on another date. She lets him know that they gonna work on it, they working on it, they're gonna keep seeing each other and seeing where it goes. But then she have another date with Leo. Wait a minute. First, Leo has another date with Brittany and told Brittany, I'm gonna have this next conversation with my other connection, and we're gonna have a beautiful date tonight. I'm gonna surprise you with something and all this and that. But Just give me a little bit more time. And because Brittany pulled on the tears. She started crying, talking about she want to be loved for her. It's not all about looks and all that. And I'm like, girl, you giving Brett right now. And what I mean by that is she knew to pull on the white woman tears to get this man in his feelings about what his choice is going to be. And so when he came back with, come on, just give me a second. Let me have this other date. To her, she heard, let me have this other date with my other connection so I can break it off with her, and then I'm gonna come right back to you. And it's gonna be me and you. But I believe that's what she heard in her mind, even though those were not the words he said. But that's how she interpreted what he was saying. So she instantly, like, the tears was gone instantly, and it's so funny because he actually went into the male quarters and was talking, and he had said he was trying to get some advice on the choice he was going to have to make. And it's this other guy that's there. The guy look white. He looks like a ginger. He on a thicker side. And I can't think of his name right now. Is his name Matthew? Matt? I don't know. But he on the thicker side. But that guy even told him, like, you gotta go with, like, who is going to be the one you can see yourself with forever. Like, marriage is supposed to be forever. It's not meant to be toiled with and get married on a show and then later get divorced down the line because you know it was some BS or whatever. And then somebody else told him, like, and you already know, Brittany, she's going to be expensive, bro. Matter of fact, and he was like, yeah, but I got money. And I say, see, there goes that fucking ego. And you setting yourself up. You setting yourself up. So anywho, I think this last conversation they was having, he said something to Hannah about a prenup. Now we didn't see him have a conversation with Brittany about signing a prenup at all. But we saw him say it to Hannah. I wonder if that was the producers doing something to get us all riled up, especially when Brittany look how she look and Hannah look how she look. Okay. Alright. Also, the one guy I was talking about, with the red hair, he a ginger. He thought he was white. He went through his life thinking he white. Him and his sisters did ancestry DNA. And they found out they mostly West African. The grandfather was biracial. So somebody went to Europe and was passing. And that's how they lived. They lived their life passing and had this man thinking that he was fucking Italian. And he is talking to a black girl. Dang, what is her name? I forget what her name is, but when he was talking to her and he started talking about how he voted for Trump because he just didn't like Hillary. And he was like, I was so disappointed in his policies and the things he did while he was in office. So the next time I voted for Biden. And he didn't get into who he might be voting for or leaning towards now with this current presidential election. But you know what? It can't be because these shows been filmed already. So this was probably filmed like somewhere around the end of 2022 going into 2023. Because when they come back for a reunion, it's like a year later. They've been married for a year at that point, or like 6 months to a year. So yeah, this presidential election, what we seeing right now, they haven't even seen none of that yet. But yeah, so she was just sitting there listening to him, and then like she encouraging him, like she really in it, she really into him, and I'm just like, girl, you really into him, just from his talk. But he did say he made an uninformed decision with that when he voted for Trump during that election with him and Hillary. He admitted he just voted. He didn't make a informed decision when he decided to vote that time, but I don't know if that's something that I can excuse, you know? So it's them two. Then it's another young lady. Her name starts with a M. I think it's like Miranda, Melissa, something to that effect. Mariah. I don't know. She talking to this guy. The guy said he's white. He's from Ukraine. But his biological father passed when he was young. And so his mother remarried, and his mother married a man from the Philippines, and that's been his father figure for his whole life. And that man is so good to him, so that lets me know that he is down with other races. And the young lady he's having a connection with, just by looking at her, you cannot tell, but she might be biracial, or if she's not, like if she's not, like, one parent is Mexican black or something like that, and the other parent white, or Mexican and white. I mean Mexican, like one parent Mexican, one parent whatever. If she's not, I believe one of her parents is like biracial or something like that. If she's not biracial, at least one of her parents is. She just looked like it. She also looked like she could be from the islands because her skin tone is very, very pretty. But I feel like they have a great, 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 great connection. But she also has a connection with another guy too, and I can't think of the other guy's name. His name, is it Ramsey? Yeah, she got a connection with the guy Ramsey, and then him and the Ukrainian guy realized that they both talking to the same woman, because they was like, my top connection, her name, and he said, you bet not tell me. It's because they got like the same type. They kind of like have the same personality, but girl, I ain't finished watching yet. I'm in the middle of like the yeah, I'm in the middle of episode 3 at this point. Girl, you better pick that Ukrainian one. He gives me more genuine than this Ramses guy. Ramses said it was like he grew up super religious. He got married. The marriage didn't last. They got divorced or whatever. And I think the Ukrainian guy also was married and the marriage didn't last. And this young lady, she in the military. I think she Navy. The Ukrainian guy was in the Marine Corps. Yeah, he was in the Marine Corps. And he be feeling like a duty, like when the war happened with the Ukraine and stuff. He set his parents down. It was like he feel a calling, like he's trained, and he know that they were sending a lot of young, untrained men to go and fight for the Ukraine, and he felt the duty to go over there and volunteer since he already had military background and help, and he did do that. He made it back. Thank you, Jesus. He made it back. But I feel like he would be the better connection for her. That Ramses guy, he said again, he grew up super religious. He grew up and he decided that he wanted to he not super religious no more. Something happened or whatever, and he feel how he feel about things. He don't conform to societal norms. And to me, he used a lot of buzzwords like misogynistic and stuff like that. And not saying that he is, he's saying that he fights against it. He don't believe in those patriarchal stereotypes and stuff like that, that the man, like, and then like gender roles and all those kinds of things, like, and he's basically letting her believe that he's emotionally um intelligent and stuff like that, and like he just know how to treat a woman. But he's saying he's giving me what Hannah thought Nick was giving her, and that is you saying what you need to say to get me. That's what the Ramses guy gives me. Ramses is the one, he got like hair here. It's like natural hair. And then he got like 3 or 4 little braids or locks right here. I gotta go back and look at it again. I think they locks, not braids. Like right here hanging down the side. He gives me, he could be sexually fluid or super, super freaky. He give me Prince. You know the vibes that Prince gave when he was here? God rest his soul too. He give me Prince. Like he'll have you out of your mind. Out of your mind. Like he gonna play on your like he could be very manipulative. Emotionally manipulative. That's what he gives. And so I hope that she sticks with the Ukrainian guy, though I can't think of his name right now. Then there was this other couple. At one point, I heard the guy talk about how he grew up, and he grew up poor. He had was three kids. He had two sisters. His two older sisters then passed away. It's just still him and him that's alive now, and it's him and his mom. And then he said something like, "You know what? I think I'm mixing his story with Tyler's story." This guy's name is Tim, I believe. Is Tim the guy? No, he's not. There's a Tyler. Tim Tim is the guy that's dating the young lady whose grandfather was the secretary of the Nation of Islam and worked closely with Elijah Muhammad. I think I want to say I read somewhere a few months ago when they was talking about the cast for this season. Is she the young lady who she's the granddaughter of Malcolm X? Is this the young lady? I think I've read that somewhere. I think that Malcolm X's granddaughter was on this show. But those two people, I think that they seem like they getting along well. I don't know how he gonna feel about when he see her in person. She's very, very pretty, but she got a body. And I don't know if he want all that body. But he talked about how he could sing and he wanted to go to uh did he say Norfolk State or Virginia State? One of the two. He wanted to go there because he wanted to be in the band. I thought that was cute. So they cool. But it is another guy on here. This guy said that when he was growing up, it was just him, his mother. See, there I go confusing it again. Well, this guy's with another young lady that I'm thinking of. If I'm thinking of the right person, it's another guy on there. And he did talk about he got like a lion tattoo on his arm. He said he got it not because he a Leo, because he's not a Leo, but lions are like to him he revered them as smart and strong or whatever. But he talking to a guy. He's talking to a young lady. He might be talking to the young lady that's thick. I believe. I don't know. I'm mixing them up. But there's somebody on here that is I keep confusing them with Tyler because Tyler is biracial. And I believe Tyler is the one. I keep confusing Tyler origin story with his mom with this other guy. Because I could have, when I came back and looked at the screen, I saw Tyler on the screen. So I thought it was him who was talking when they were saying that they had the older sisters. Both of his sisters passed away. And he's the only child that's left, and him and he still got like a strong relationship with the mom or whatever. But I don't think that's his story. Tyler's story is, if I have it right, Tyler's mom is white, and his grandparents on that side got money or something, but she was excommunicated for mixing races, for being in love with and having a child with a black person. And so she was excommunicated from her family. So her and her children went to be with her mother. And her mother helped her out. And he was saying how like it would just be him, his mom, and they would pull like a mattress into the living room, sleep on the mattress because they grew up very poor. If I'm not mistaken, that's Tyler. And that's what made him the man he is as far as like wanting to cater to and wanting to show love, like not just tell somebody you love them, but actually showing it. because he felt like his mom, like he wanted, like the grandmother that was there helping to raise them, right? Found out she had cancer. She eventually passed from the cancer, and he remembered the like that was all the mother knew was her mother, and that was like her biggest support system. And she was crying, of course. And he was like, he didn't know, he felt bad, and he didn't know how to console his mom. And I guess it was that they was never taught affection. So that's why he was saying he wanted to love and dote on whom, and he wanted to be married forever to the person he chooses to get married to, and stuff like that. So maybe that's him, and the other person is the one who had the sisters that passed away. Maybe that's how it goes. All in all, this is all I got for right now because, like I said, I'm up to the middle of this third episode. So I'm about to go continue to watch the proposals. It is this one couple. The young lady, her name is Taylor. I don't remember the name of the guy that proposed to her, but he worried me when she didn't. When she should have never said, "I'm not going to tell you my mom's name because if I do, that's going to let you know what race, or it's going to let you know my ethnicity." My ethnicity. So she looks like she's Chinese. Well, I say Asian American. I mean Asian mixed with probably white is what it's given to me. She told the guy that, and which made him curious. But he was like, "I don't care. I'm going to still want to be with you anyway." So, excuse me. He actually proposed to her. She accepted. Tyler actually proposed to Ashley. She accepted. We've seen Taylor and the guy that proposed to her. We seen them do the first look, and they just kept kissing and kissing and kissing. But I think like he was like he in love with her. He liked what he saw because she not an ugly girl. She pretty. She got real deep dimples. I always wanted dimples. She got super deep dimples. But I don't know. That first meet, they immediately kissed and they just kept kissing. So there's definitely lots of sexual chemistry there. Do they have everything else that they need though? Do they gotta? Well, it remains to be seen. We're gonna see it in the rest of the season. They're gonna make the decision to stay devoted to one another because that's the decision. Like it doesn't take just sexual chemistry and vibes. You gotta be committed. You gotta decide that you want to be committed and be disciplined enough in your love to do all that's necessary to keep the relationship growing and going. You know, it's not about just saying I love you. So we'll see. But I'm really hoping that Hannah chooses Nick and not Leo. I want Leo. I think Hannah is the better choice for Leo. But I want because Leo want to lead with money, even though like you say he talking out both sides of his neck. Because on this side, you saying you don't want people to like that's your insecurity, and you don't want people to want you just because you got money. But yet you lead with the fact that you come from you're basically a trust fund baby. You got all this money. People passed away and left you everything, so you live off of that. And I want you to get what's due to come to you with Brittany. That's what I'll say. I want you to get what's coming to you. That's what I'll say. And with that, I'll see y'all next time. Let me go and finish watching episode 3 and 4, and I'll come back to y'all with my thoughts on the rest of the proposals and stuff. Alright? I ain't mean for this to go on for 35 minutes, but it is what it is. I just be talking. I see y'all. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Bye.